John Wesley Hardin was one of the deadliest outlaws ever to walk the Wild West. His story is one of murder, mayhem, and endless bloodshed. In this video, we'll go beyond the legend to uncover the truth about this dangerous man. Hi, my name is Rodolfo, and in this video, we're going to explore the true story of John Wesley Hardin, one of the most dangerous outlaws of the Wild West. Wesley Hardin's life story is full of violence and lawlessness. He claimed to have killed 42 men by the time he turned 27 years old, though most historians believe the real number is closer to 20. Either way, Hardin was a ruthless killer who terrorized Texas during the 1870s. We'll look at his upbringing, how he got started with crime at a young age, some of his most notorious murders, his time on the run from the law, and ultimately how he was captured and brought to justice. By exploring Hardin's story, we'll gain insight into the violence and lawlessness that plagued the Wild West during that era. Early years. John Wesley Hardin was born in 1853 in Bonham, Texas, and from a young age, he showed a violent streak. Growing up in a tumultuous environment, it was no surprise that he would eventually turn to a life of crime. Hardin's early years were marked by trouble with the law, foreshadowing the notorious outlaw he would become. Criminal career. Hardin's criminal career began in his teenage years when he killed his first man at the age of just 15. This set off a chain of violent incidents that would define his life. He became known for his quick draw and deadly accuracy, making him a feared gunslinger throughout the Wild West. Hardin's list of crimes included robbery, cattle rustling, and murder, leading to a life on the run from the authorities. Run-ins with the law. Let's take a wild ride down memory lane and dive into the chaotic world of John Wesley Hardin's run-ins with the law. Picture this, a dusty Texas town, tumbleweeds rolling by, and Hardin, the outlaw extraordinaire, always seeming to be one step ahead of the sheriff's posse. Hardin didn't just have a few brushes with the law, he practically had a full-blown love-hate relationship with it. From dodging arrest warrants like they were pesky mosquitoes on a hot summer day to pulling off Houdini-worthy escapes from jail, Hardin was the master of eluding the long arm of the law. But let's not forget the showdowns. Oh yes, Hardin had more showdowns with lawmen than a gunslinger in a spaghetti western. Each encounter was like a scene straight out of a blockbuster movie, with Hardin staring down the barrel of a sheriff's revolver, daring them to make a move while he plotted his next escape. And just when you thought he was finally behind bars for good, Hardin would pull off another daring escape, leaving the baffled authorities scratching their heads and wondering how in tarnation he managed to slip through their fingers yet again. Infamous incidents. One of the most infamous incidents in Hardin's life was the killing of Sheriff's Deputy Charles Webb in 1874. This event solidified his reputation as a dangerous outlaw and cemented his place in Wild West folklore. Hardin's ability to evade capture time and time again only added to his notoriety, striking fear into the hearts of those who crossed his path. Notorious reputation. By the time John Wesley Hardin was finally captured in 1877, he had already gained a reputation as one of the deadliest men in the West. His trial and subsequent imprisonment only added to his legend, as tales of his escapades spread far and wide. Hardin's name became synonymous with lawlessness, with stories of his exploits growing more embellished with each retelling. Legacy and impact. Though John Wesley Hardin met a violent end in 1895, his legacy lives on to this day. His life has inspired countless books, movies, and songs, immortalizing him as a symbol of the Wild West outlaw. Hardin's impact on American folklore cannot be understated, as he continues to fascinate and intrigue audiences with his ruthless deeds and daring escapes. Conclusion. As we wrap up our exploration of the life of John Wesley Hardin, we are reminded of the complex and often brutal nature of the American Wild West. The story of this notorious outlaw serves as a cautionary tale of the dangers of a life lived outside the law. Thank you for joining me on this journey through history. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.